Advisory continues until 9 a.m. today. High temperatures reach up to 61 with fog and spots early today under cloudy skies with a chance of rain showers. Winds out the west 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 47 degrees.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. A new proposal at the Illinois State Capitol aims to expand access to suicide prevention, resources, and strengthen mental health education statewide. State Senator Christopher Belt has introduced legislation that would increase visibility of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline and improve prevention efforts for both students and those re-entering society. The measure would require many public buildings across Illinois to prominently display information for the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, making sure residents know help is available when they need it most.
Senate Bill 2771, once passed, will be known as Tamara's Act. It's about one simple goal, and that's saving lives. Suicide prevention requires awareness, education, and access to resources, all the things that this bill addresses. The expansion and posting of 988 in public buildings. This bill will require buildings to visibly display the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It will make sure that people know help is only 3 digits away. In moments of crisis, visibility and immediacy can make the difference between life and death. Number 2, expanding suicide prevention education, grades 6 through 12. It will integrate evidence-based suicide prevention curriculum into comprehensive health education. It will give students the tools to recognize warning signs in themselves and others. And finally, it will reduce stigma and encourage young people to seek help early. Lastly, strengthening reentry support. This bill requires the Department of Corrections to provide suicide prevention resources to individuals preparing for release. It will recognize that reentry is a vulnerable time, and the bill ensures individuals transitioning back into their communities know where to turn for support. This comprehensive, common sense approach to mental health, awareness, education, and access. That's how we save lives. Tamara's Act ensures no one has to face a crisis alone.
Mental health advocates say the changes are long overdue, especially as suicide continues to be a leading cause of death among young people. As of last week, Senate Bill 2771 was awaiting a hearing before the Illinois Senate Behavioral and Mental Health Committee. A long-standing local auction company is joining forces with a national name in the industry. Almond Auctions and Corey Craig Auctioneer have announced a merger and partnership, bringing together more than 125 years of combined auction experience. Corey Craig Auctioneer has served the local community since 1965, while Almond Auctions has conducted auctions across the Midwest, the United States, and Europe since 1962. Under the agreement, Corey Craig Auctioneer will join the Almond Auctions organization while continuing to operate under its trusted local name. Company leaders say clients will still work with the same familiar faces, now backed by expanded resources, technology, and marketing reach. Tyson Reed says Corey Craig has built a strong reputation through honesty and relationships, and the partnership will benefit both buyers and sellers. Corey Craig says the move allows the company to continue serving the community while offering new tools and services to clients. Julie Craig adds the partnership helps lighten the day-to-day workload, allowing Corey to focus on helping clients through major life transitions. Almond Auctions founder Kurt Almond says the partnership was a natural fit, with Almond's back-end operations supporting continued growth. Company leaders say the transition will happen gradually over several years, with no immediate changes to staff or operations. The combined teams plan to focus on expanding services, strengthening marketing efforts, and maintaining the personal relationships that have defined both companies for decades. The bi-weekly farmers markets in Moweaqua and Assumption are returning this summer. The location alternation will remain in effect, so each individual town is expected to host a market every 4 weeks. Organizers saw some success with this format last summer and hope it will continue to bring in high traffic in terms of both visitors and vendors. Derek Page is the president of Assumption Community Pride, which organizes the farmers markets. He says the first market is set for Saturday, June 13th in Assumption, with Mowequa's first day happening on June 27th.
Moweaqua does not have a farmers market, and we are, one community with Central A&M. So what we did was that we tried rotating different Saturdays. One Saturday will be in Assumption, the next Saturday will be in Moweaqua. And last year it really worked out well because we have some vendors that's also up in the Moweaqua area. And so anyway, the first farmers market will be on Saturday, June the 13th. That will be in Assumption. And then on Saturday, June 27th, that will be in Moweaqua. So we're going to kind of be going back and forth on that. We'll have the other dates coming up later. And we have our own farmers market page on Facebook for that.
Assumption Community Pride is hosting multiple fundraisers as part of this. The first one is scheduled for Friday, April 24th at the 1905 Brewing Company and is meant to raise funds for scholarships. The second is a farm-to-table dinner on September 19th to benefit the farmers market efforts.
That's going to be a fundraiser that we're going to actually raise money so that we can give away scholarships. We try to give away two $500 scholarships to anybody that's going into an ag program. And last year that's been a great success doing that. And it's $500 can go a long ways, on somebody going into to further their career.
That's right.
Further their schooling. And then we're also going to do a farm to table dinner, and that's going to be Saturday, September the 19th. And that would just be a fundraiser just for the farmers market as a whole on that. So we had that might have been like right around maybe like 2020, maybe I think it might have been April. I'm sorry, in 2019. Okay. It was a great success. We actually held it downtown, and we had the meal catered by Bricks.
Outside of the farmers market, Assumption Community Pride has other events scheduled for the community to participate in. The first is the Easter egg hunt, set to take place either April 3rd or 4th at the middle school.
And basically, this would be for ages from from 8 to 18. We scatter all the eggs out amongst the track and into the shock pit area. And we just give away, great prizes. This year, kind of a theme and going with America's 250th, birthday. So we're going to kind of maybe have a grand prize, something around that theme. But anyway, it's always been a huge success. I mean, the prize that we've given away, gift cards, a ton of candy. We've given away Lego sets. So it's a great thing. It's free for anybody. You don't need to be a Central A&M student. You can, be a child from anywhere. Just we just kind of like to be those ages between 8 and 18 to come in and enjoy and pick up a bunch of eggs, candy, and prizes.
Later that month is a puzzle competition on Sunday, April 26th from 1 to 3 in the afternoon.
Going on about 7 years, I would say. So what we do is that we take a photo of something that is around Assumption, and then we go and get that photo made into a puzzle. And then you have your teams. You can have 4 people on a team, and then you work on getting that puzzle done. It's just something to do on a nice, relaxing Sunday afternoon. And the group that gets that the puzzle put together the quickest gets a prize. And it's usually, just a gas card or something. It's just something, like I said, it's something unique. Last year, well, it may not have been last year, but maybe the year before, we had a picture of the old building at Kimmer. One year we had a picture of the fire department and the fire truck. We've also done the Assumption sign. So it's always something, relevant to Assumption. And it's a great time because sometimes those puzzles can be really great to do, and then other times they can be a bit challenging.
More information on Assumption Community Pride is available at their Facebook page. Derek Page appeared as a guest on the WTIM morning show. And now a word from First National Bank in Taylorville.
I'm James Kirk, Vice President at First National Bank in Taylorville. I get it. Switching banks sounds like a chore, but we make it easy. I've helped people and businesses move their accounts with less hassle than they've expected and more personal service than they've ever gotten before. We've been here for nearly 70 years, a true community bank that's not going anywhere. If you're ready to make a change, we're ready to help. First National Bank in Taylorville, first every time for nearly 70 years. Member FDIC.
Central A&M's FFA chapter is enjoying consistent success when it comes to competitions and awards. Most recently, the chapter topped the table at a poultry judging competition at Meridian-Macon High School. In addition, advisor Betsy Bergner was recently surprised with a district-level award from the FFA and has been nominated for another. Chapter President Addison Lawrence and reporter Charlie Minott helped orchestrate the surprise assembly. They had contrasting backstories for joining the FFA.
So for me, I always knew I wanted to be an FFA. My grandpa was an FFA and my dad was an FFA. So that was something that from a young age, I've always known I wanted to do. As soon as I was in high school, I was super excited. I've done everything that I possibly could since my freshman year. And for me, it's a really honorable experience. I think being an FFA is a very big deal. It's very, very rewarding. And I'm kind of looking back on my years now as a senior. I can see the FFA has taught me a lot, not just about agriculture, but also about leadership, scholarship, and community service.
Yeah, so I was kind of the opposite. Going into high school, I wasn't super into the agriculture stuff, but a lot of my friends wanted to do FFA. And I was like, well, I'll try it. And then freshman year, I started to do a few more things. And then something clicked. And I was like, I want to run to be an officer. And then I got elected as secretary, and then ever since then, I've just found such a passion for FFA.
The chapter emphasizes community service. They aim for 50 hours of service as a chapter per academic year.
We serve numerous different groups in our area, from parades to helping out with our local Assumption Fest to helping out at our local school district. There's just a lot of different things that we do.
Nice. So, like, what you mentioned some of the organizations. What kinds of activities is this involving, like food or agriculture specifically? What's that like?
We will help out a lot of banquets. So if people need help like serving food, we're always there to help. We are in almost a lot of our local parades, and we like to present the flag at a lot of things. So we'll do them at our Veterans Day assembly or at football games.
Lawrence and Minott's involvement extends as well into recruiting the next set of members. They plan to visit middle school classes to share what the FFA is all about.
In March, we'll have coming up the FFA officers, as well as some of our green hands, which are our freshman members. We'll go down to the middle school while the middle schoolers are getting ready to set up their schedules for the year. And we present them in their English class with a small slideshow and some games, and kind of teach them a little bit about FFA, as well as taking agriculture classes, and kind of share with them why they might want to take an agriculture class and get involved in the FFA.
Yeah, we also do a meeting in March where each member can bring a friend. And during that meeting, we talk a lot about what FFA is and play some games and try and really bring out the fun in FFA.
The two officers say their involvement in the organization has helped introduce them to experiences they would never otherwise have had.
Yeah, so now as I'm starting to fill out scholarships and kind of apply to different schools, I've noticed that my time in the FFA has been super valuable. Not only does it show my commitment to different things, but it also kind of showcases my love and my passion for agriculture. FFA has opened me up to numerous scholarship opportunities and also just been a fantastic experience to help me decide what I wanted to do in general.
Yeah, FFA has really pushed me out of my comfort zone and opened a lot of new doors for me, and I can't wait to see what it has left for me.
More information on Central A&M's FFA chapter is on their Facebook page. You can also learn more at ilaged.org. Addison Lawrence and Charlie Minott appeared as guests on the WTIM morning show during National FFA Week. Well, learning about potato production in Illinois is what this next story is about. Katie Neumiller and her father served as the motivation for a Frito-Lay Super Bowl Sunday ad. The Neumillers' farm is in Carroll County, and among their customers, Frito-Lay. Katie says this is a great story to tell. The Neumillers devote 3,000 acres of their operation to potato production. The Illinois Product Expo will move to the Expo building on the Illinois State Fairgrounds this year, which provides more room. That's according to Kayla Graven with the Illinois Department of Agriculture. The event is this Saturday, 10 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, and Sunday, 10 to 3. More info is available at illinoisproduct.com. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 72-year-old Clifford Hazlitt Jr. of Stonington died on Sunday. A graveside service will take place tomorrow at 1 at South Wheatland Township Cemetery. Cremation rights have been accorded. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 100-year-old Gloria Foster of Tovey died February 24th. Visitation is Saturday from 9 till 11 at Masterson Funeral Home in Kincaid. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Masterson Funeral Home in Kincaid. 94-year-old Doris Long of Greenville, formerly of Sorrento, died February 18th. Visitation is April 18th from 11 till noon at Donald Wigan Funeral Home in Greenville. A celebration of life will immediately follow. Interment will be at Brown Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Donald Wigan Funeral Home in Greenville. And 88-year-old Sona Beavers of Taylorville died January 16th. A memorial mass will take place tomorrow at 10 at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Taylorville. Interment will be at Green Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. Let's take a look at the weather right now. It is currently overcast and 47 degrees. There is a 30% chance of showers before 11 this morning, patchy fog before noon, a high near 61 today. Tonight, there's a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, areas of fog, a low around 51. Tomorrow, more chances of showers and thunderstorms. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and every hour as well right here on WTIM, your only local news radio.
No taxes, no tax on Max Life mattresses, no tax on Arctic Breeze mattresses, no